What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another late night in the BrewLab with me, Lone Fox, your Brewmaster-in-Chief. And tonight, in the BrewLab, I'm coming at you with a deck that I thought would be at the very, very top of the meta after the bans. Myself and many other content creators and people in this space were definitely like in agreement with this. And the deck I'm talking about is Mono White Midrange. The only card that featured in that deck before the bans that is now gone was the Bankbuster. And it's not that difficult to replace if all you're really into is drawing some cards. So I've done my homework, and I think I've found a very good version, considering I'm sitting on around 70+% win rate. I'll have to check the stats at the end of the video, but at some point last night I was 16-3. Now I've taken a few losses since, you know, a bit of variance, but feeling very, very strong, as predicted, because, you know, the deck didn't lose much. As I said, just the Bankbuster. We still got Wedding Announcement. We still got Sunfall, which is bursted. We got the Wandering Emperor, you know, like, loads of really strong cards in the deck. But for whatever reason, it's not a deck that I see on the ladder very regularly. At one point, there was like I was running into it a lot, especially in Best of One. Now, maybe one match a day, sometimes two, and in tournaments, nowhere to be seen, which is very surprising to me, considering how well I'm doing with it. So, anyway, without further ado, let's jump into tonight's brew, simply called Mono White Midrange. Didn't get too creative with the naming for tonight. It's a shell that we all know, so I'm not going to go into too much detail. I just have a few key takeaways. Takeaway number one is the card draw replacement. I've put in a couple copies of Tocasia's Welcome. Between this, the Spirited Companion, and the occasional card draw from the Wedding Announcement, as well as some card advantage from the -3 on Elspeth Resplendent, it's honestly been just freaking fine. Tocasia's Welcome gets triggered by everything in the deck, essentially, like even just the Architect of Restoration, you know, when it finally does the last chapter, that'll trigger it. The Wedding Festivity, little 1/1s, the Spirited Companion, Ambitious Farmhand, the 2/2s from the Samurai, the 2/2 from the Wanderer, you know, everything in the deck that is a permanent triggers the Tocasia's Welcome. But most importantly, I've replaced the Roadside Reliquary for full playset of Mirrex, which ends up being a win con by itself, because there's been matches where I just win with mites attacking. But most importantly, you can create one of those mites at instant speed during the opponent's turn, which means you can trigger your Tocasia's Welcome both on your turn and on the opponent's turn for plenty of freaking card draw. So it's honestly been just great, and a couple of copies is fine. It's become my sweet spot. Yeah, other key takeaways is, you know, previous iterations I would have been running Depopulates. Now that we have Sunfall, I've moved the Sweeper into the 5-drop slot, which has allowed a little bit more wiggle room in the 4-drop slot, which is why we have a sneaky one of Elesh Norn, which ends up being another alternate win con. We've got plenty of little things, including the mites aforementioned, that we can sack to flip it into the Argent Etchings, and then, you know, you win the game, pretty much. Yeah, that's really it. I don't think I need to do much talking more. I think we can just jump right into some games. Oh yeah, one last thing to note. Only 21 lands in a deck that is running, you know, there's 6 drops and stuff in here. So you'll be surprised, however, how often it's not a problem. Actually, I find myself bricking between the Farmhand and the Restoration, finding planes. It's been honestly just freaking fine. Let's jump into some games and see how it performs on the Mythic ladder. Hopefully no extreme cases of Streamer's Curse. We should be posting some good results. I mean, my practice runs with it. Like I said, at one point I was sitting on 16-3. All Mythic matches. Then I've been just fine-tuning a little bit. I trimmed one more land, I put in one more Tocasia's, took out one Wandering Emperor, put in you know, I did some small adjustments. Anything with 2 lands and a Farmhand is generally a keep. Let's see who we're gonna be running up against. Okay, it's looking like the main ramp so far. Might just be Jan though. Let's see. Oh, it's ramp, alright. Found our 4th land for the Wandering Emperor. So we can just use up one of our ossifications to prevent him ramping. Let's see what... maybe it is just Jund. Yeah. Yeah, I had a feeling. Oh, March of Otherworldly Light is going to be so sweet here. He may even just scoop. Of course, he had another one in hand. That's not nice, because he's, you know, if you're a good fight rigging player, now is when you're... Okay, cool. We have an answer. Whatever he plays, we kill before the trigger hits the stack. Or, you know, even when it's on the stack, doesn't matter. Huh. Old Klexi boy, huh? No Shakedown Heavies, no Arc Fiends of the Dross. Nope, doesn't look like it. We can also still cycle one more Proving Ground, should he wish to. There we go.
Point me towards the fight. I'm ready. May your peace last.
I guess. Oh my goodness, that is so much mana. I knew it. Italy. Oh wow. Ooh, you got a Spirited Companion off of me and a Tear Asunder. You can't kick it, so it has to be the Companion. Which is a pity. Now he's also gonna get another fight rigging trigger because this thing's already... Let's see what he managed to actually put under there. Kind of hoping it's like a Titan of Industry or something ridiculous, you know? Because then we can just Sunfall. There we go. Oops. And now we have something to plus, which is pretty freaking sweet as well. Lifelink for now. Okay, so we got around the fight rigging. Ooh. Okay, gets my Emperor. And I guess, Tali. Fucking Jesus. Gets a bit boring pretty quickly, this nonsense, but whatevs. We've got another Sunfall. So here we go. Guess we just do the exact same turn as the previous one. Oh, even better.
We must protect the people.
Maybe this time he'll actually freaking scoop. Okay, so let's do things clever. Flying. Get rid of the Emperor, which is mine, but okay, at least we also gain some life. And then we Sunfall this board.
Try not to miss me.
And hold up Fateful Absence, or just activate Incubator. If he doesn't have any, like, Walker hate soon, we might even be able to get to the -7 here. Another Breach. He had it. Fine. Sorry, Emperor.
Once I've rested, I'll be back.
Now we can double restoration. That's not terrible. Ziatora. Ziatora. That's a spicy meatball. You gonna sack your little scrap gorger to the Ziatora? Poor guy. So wait, it says power? Creature's power. Okay. Deep thoughts. We have unfortunately got no... There. Speak of the devil. Discard. Free Ossification on the Ziatora. Discard. Draw another card. More ramp, huh? I wonder if that was really necessary. Let's see if he swings. Love it if you swung. But, you know, into a white opponent that's got something sticking at instant speed, it's clearly the Wandering Emperor.
Who harms my people must contend with me.
Must contend with me.
Guards, to me.
Let's not forget, he does play Terra Sunders, so... There's almost certainly something to be aware of. Yeah. Hey-ho! Off you go! Toodaloo! Please come again. Alright, alright. Nice. Been a while since I've run into any fight riggers. Still very strong, still very busted, still very random. You know, you get those games where on turn 4 you've got a Titan on the battlefield or whatever other thing, or you cast a Breach on turn 4 or whatever, but you also get a lot of those games where basically nothing happens and... This just needs one more land. Just like, mwah, mwah. When the deck just... when it just listens, you know? So juicy. Sorry, mate. I don't want you ramping or gaining any life. Okay, I was testing for Tamio's safekeeping there. Because this is a deck that'll just die to Sunfall. I guess he's gonna gain life. Oh, he can destroy enchantments. Nice, good point. Whoops. Really? You're gonna go for that? I would take the Courion. Nice. Okay, now we need to start finding mana to Sunfall. So it has to be the Restoration. But we can also now discard and draw the, you know, get a free Ossification if we want. Wow. It's gotta be that Sunfall ASAP. It's the one thing that's gonna save us against the aggressive mono green player. Mm-hmm. Yeah, the trample. Should we save it? Nah. Because then we get to you know, keep our restoration. What's this? What is that? Excuse me? I have never, ever seen this. What is going on? Doesn't really matter which one we take out at this point. Have you got Tyvar's stand? Do I lose right now? Doesn't seem like it.
Answers about my past here. This is my city, and I'm going to protect.
Not the best hit, honestly. I've seen better. Wow, that's just great, isn't it? On the guy that has...
No, there's a hero inside you.
Let's go with the lifelink. Also, we can make a 1/1, but it's going to be a 2/2. So we still need to wait a turn before we can, you know, transform these ambitious people. Another Klexi boy. We can't lose to mono green. It's just not a thing that's possible. Thank goodness.
Show him what you got.
I need to start gaining some life, like ASAP, so next turn we can put the freaking just another +1/+1 on probably the other farmhand. And then that'll give us the 3 different powers and toughnesses to use the coven. And X is 2. Why would you do that? You could have found pretty much anything you want. I guess there's something specific. Non-human creature card that's mana value 2. Another Quirion. That's pretty cool.
This is your fight. Win it.
Bye-bye. Please don't come back again. Tough to come back from that. Very nice, very nice. Like mono green, hey, I honestly wish, like for the meta's sake, for the game's sake, that there was a mono green deck that's actually fairly decent, but it continues to get what appear to be really broken cards and then just doesn't quite get there, which sucks. I kind of missed the days when we had the, what was it called? Ranger class and the Howling Pack Leader or whatever, you know what I mean. Oof. Oof. None of our, like, find extra land cards, which can be problematic. It's the only time... Oh, and against control. Okay, well, at least we've got the lands, but... It's gonna be mill. Let's start getting these counter spells out of your hand. We all know you've got... I mean, it's either mill or toxic. Probably mill. If it was toxic, it would have been the other counter spell. Alright, sure. Oh. Eh? Pay 4. My goodness. Like, that's a lot of life, mate. Alright. Please, go ahead and keep doing those things that you've been doing. I'll just bring in my Emperor right now.
You started this fight, but I'm going to end it. Let your blade do the talking.
You really gonna do that? Okay, now he's tapping for a mana of any color, paying another 4 life. Okay, I mean, fine. I'm still scared. It's still like black and blue, right? I mean, Gix's command, you name it. They'll have removal for everything that we're playing, but for the moment, kind of just killing yourself with what appears to be a pretty terrible card, but is probably okay in some decks. Like, you really have to build around it, though. I've seen some decks go... Oh. Nice, mate. Nice. Good on ya.
Show them how we greet our enemies.
If he points some removal at one of my dudes, I'll probably just Fateful Absence it so I can get the draw myself, because I want to get something a bit more interesting than a couple of 2/2s on the board, if at all possible. It's gonna be Breach, right? It's gotta be Breach. Huh. Alright, just gotta leave a quick... Sure. Mama's here. Better. Just go check it out, because I don't want you and me to get into trouble. I think we got him. I mean, that's got to be it, right? You've just... Why? I don't understand why you do that. Maybe to put the exact card onto the top that you think will win you the game. Man, it was a land. Why? What? Hey. Everybody needs to try whatever jank they feel they need to try, but 3 Staff of Completions and some... I don't know what was going on there, but... On to the next one! Yeah, that's done. I let my daughter watch a little bit of iPad, but then I know that we'll both get into trouble if Mama busts us, so... Uh-oh, is this gonna be another control deck? I have a sneaking suspicion from your sleeves, but again, sleeves can be deceiving. People are okay. Okay. No worries, mate. It's gotta be the ambitious man here so we can get a restoration rolling. Which will bring us to our beautiful, beautiful emperor. Okay, so it's I have no idea what. Mr. Esper soldiers? Really? Okay, so we're gonna take at least 5 next turn, unfortunately. But now we're guaranteed to be able to pass the Wandering Emperor, and we can also discard Ossification and get a free... What's going on? Let's get a wedding announcement rolling. I'm feeling pretty good about this opponent with only 2 lands on the board. Mr. Officer, I'm now glad I held up Wandering Emperor. May I lose house? Nice. Have fun, my angel. Can I have a little kiss? See you soon. Alright, let's see if he decides to swing into an Emperor. Yeah, I didn't think so. So let's just cast it anyway and maybe call out a counter spell from his hand. Cool. Was to be expected. I'm fine with that because now we can just do this. Yeah. Draw yourself a card. Now you're also tapped out, so I can swing with my Architect. But that is all I shall be swinging with, because I do want my last token from the wedding announcement. Against soldiers, I want to build as big of a board as I possibly can. And we still get to hold up Destroy Evil in case there's like a Mirrex or something. Fine. A little bit sucky, but still fine. Aha! I don't know about this deck you've got going on here, mate. Like, Esper, wada. Just keep exiling these guys summarily. Really? You don't want to just scoop right now? Good on you, mate. Still desperately digging for a Harbin, I'm assuming, is your problem right now, or a land of any way, shape, or form. Ah! That won't do it yet. Is that enough? I don't think so. Perfect. Any old removal piece. And that should just be it. It's way too many creatures, not enough blockers. Right? And anyway, it just prevents him from next turn going Harbin and killing us. Because he has to chump block. And that is cool. Bye. Back into the 90%. Let's go. Been testing all sorts of nonsense. Like, if you guys like with the sharp beady eyes would have noticed my deck menu. So many new decks. I just went on a bit of a spree. Just trying to come up with a last little spurt of creativity before we switch to Explorer. And also, later today, the Lord of the Rings set drops on the client. And so, definitely going to be doing some limited content. I got some practice in during early access. I'm just so terrible at draft that I couldn't really, you know, get the win rates that I was hoping for. Ooh, is this just Bant, or is it going to be Rampy boy? Ooh, it's looking like Bant. Another control deck. What? 2 drop. 1, 2. Yeah, yeah. I've played against something like this actually kind of recently. Honestly, not terrible. Bant, Shigeki, Endless. There's going to be Farewells, there's going to be Sunfalls, there's going to be Planeswalkers. I'm fairly certain of that. I'm hoping he does something with his blue mana this turn. Okay. Hebereke Morugan. That's the weirdest name I've heard in a while. Wandering Emperor. Huh. What? This isn't going to be an easy win, if we win at all. This is going to be one of those. Endless bounce, life gain, sweepers. Oh, lordy load. He gonna mill me or mill himself? Mills himself. Oh, well, we've identified a copy of Dissipate. Let's fish for a Dissipate. See what happens. But it's probably just the Faithful Mending holding up priority. Heberekemorugan. Heberekemorugan. Oh, pretty trippy name. I don't know why I was being so cautious with the auto tapper, because there's no way we're making a Mirrex anyway, but wow, this is really just one of them decks. Let me just annoy the living daylights out of my opponent. Let's see if he reacts to this attack first. Nice. And then he may activate the Realm Breaker. Or he's holding up Dissipate again, or one of these endless detours. You slimy human being. You slimiest of slimies. Now the Emperor? No. No lands to steal. Hopefully he doesn't follow up with a sweeper. I haven't seen one yet, but I bet my bottom dollar that this guy is playing Sunfalls and things. What is going on? This card. Woo! What a card. Also, no, you know. Load. Double block on the might once again. That scared of Toxic, huh? A little Realm Breaker activation. He's getting to that point. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 8. He gets my planes. Ooh. But anyway, I mean, what? You're gonna be playing what? You know, Praetors. Extremely dull. Oh my lord. How boring. It's a mill deck. Oh my gosh. Yes, yes. How many of these have you cast one game? Oh, they all go into exile. Oh, that's all of them. You've just casually found all 4 of your Faithful Mendings chilling in the top of your library. See if he goes for the mill plan.
I've already read your thoughts. You won't stop us. Become subdued.
Could we stop flooding, please? I think this will bring him into, even though you fare well, we still got Mirrex here. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We even have enough mana. If he does have Sunfall and makes a big incubator, we can mills himself. Heberekemorugan. Is that you dead? Frickin' hope so. Maybe Wandering Emperor. You have actually just got to be joking. The level of bollocks, mate, is pretty outstanding. Unbelievable. Let's get rid of Jace if we at all can here. If he's got the counter spell, we can go for another copy of Ossification.
I will iterate on my performance.
That is just ridiculous. Brings back the damn only card that could have just saved your ass there. Oh my goodness. I guess looking for enchantment removal to deal with my Ossification. Previous cover up, another dissipate. He's doing the math. We've got lethal unless he finds some kind of solution here. Maybe it's one of these turtles. I knew it. Oh my god, this type of deck really just somehow like manages to drive me insane. There's no way we lose to this, man. Come on, man. Seriously? Just milling me with the Realm Breaker? Ay, 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 ay. One card left in hand. Come on, baby. Okay. Makes his own Mirrex. Doesn't really bother me. Holy cow, mate. Just give me a damn break. Like, wow, this is so boring. Dangling on for dear life, just for hours on end. So dull. Come on, mate. Come on, mate. Let's go. What have you got now? Other than make incubator. Down to one. What a boring game. Yeah, those can't block. Wow.
Your hope is wasted. You cannot win.
There's no way. There's no way. Oh! Wow, dude. Just wow, dude. Congratulations on just wow.
Retreat is the sensible action.
Incredible pile of crap. Just incredible. I promise you, if we lose to this realm breaker of nonsense, whew, this is it. This has to be it. Please scoop. Oh my goodness, dude. What did you find now off the top of your stinky little library? Another Restoration of Eiganjo? Or a Seed of the Empire? Please, please. I just cannot anymore with this guy. What kind of nonsense is this? Unbelievable, dude. Just unbelievable piles of trash.
I am almost sad to see you go.
Just get out of my life, dude.
I guess that's that.
I've made it just in time.
Mill another freaking jeez, bro. You don't just like scoop right away. Holy crap, man! You have been just the luckiest person that I've played against.
I brought backup.
You found nothing. You found nothing, and you lose. Period. If you found a Jace. Or a Shigeki? Oh my god, he's passing the turn.
Thank you for your help.
Praise the Watsy Lords. Oh my word. That was such a frustrating game to play. I applaud the opponent for finding probably the most frustrating deck to play against. Like, I can imagine this being just terrible. Endless Detour, Cosmic Rebirth, just everything just keeps coming back. Shigeki, life gain, and then you just mill. Oh, that is really disgusting. Thank goodness we won that one. Woo! And, you know, that has brought us well over the 45-minute mark because the game was so damn long. I hope I did not sound too salty in that match, but I was, so what can I do? At least we won. At least we won. And now, without further ado, it is time to show you guys some statistics before we jump into the deck with my final thoughts and overall review. So, to do so, I have to go like this and like this. I think. Yes, and then like this. Ta-da! Here we are. Mono White Midrange, 23 for 9. Most recent version where I did a little bit of adjustments, 19 for 8, 70% win rate. Why is no one playing this more? Would love to hear your thoughts in the comments. The deck that personally I think lost the least from the bannings, nowhere to be seen at events and whatnot. Everybody's playing other stuff, which is fine because honestly it's a very like slow deck that takes a long while to get off its win cons and whatnot. Yes, we lost twice to mono red, but otherwise, like, key takeaways against like blue-based mill stuff, also mono white aggro. This was all like, oh no, there was one sort of mid-rangey matchup, but also Selesnya enchantments, 100%. Pretty good. I feel like if you're into this kind of thing, and you were wondering whether it was, you know, still playable after the bans, here's your answer. Jumping back into the deck with my final thoughts, there's some flex spots. There's some wiggle room. Notably in the one-obs, you know, you could do away with Elesh Norn, Elspeth Resplendent, March of Otherworldly Light. That gives you 3 extra slots to do some things with. And my initial thoughts were the Warden, Sanctuary Warden. But lately, with all of these Sunfalls and, you know, Ossification, everything exiles, it's fallen a little bit down to the wayside. You could also, again, I mentioned AO in the earlier part of the introduction. AO is definitely a good card here. In the 4-drop slot, instead of Elesh Norn, you could consider playing the Sarah Paragon to bring back our 3-drops, like Wedding Announcement and whatnot. That could be pretty cool. There's definitely some wiggle room. I would love to hear your thoughts, and also, like, if anybody's currently playing Mono White Midrange, you know, what is your build around? I would love to check those lists out. Let me know in the comments. Of course, you could also join us on our lovely Discord community. The link is in the description. But that is going to be it for tonight's gameplay footage. I hope you all enjoyed it. If you did, kindly consider leaving a thumbs up, liking the video, and of course, subscribe. I will see you all in the next one with another fresh brew. And until then, this is Lone Fox from the BrewLab signing out. Peace, y'all.